back to ARC Tutorials. This is CSS full tutorial series for absolute beginners. In the last few episodes, we have learned some of the key and important topics of CSS, which is margin, padding, box model, outline, and also in the last episode, we covered about the display property. All of these are extremely important going forward because if we want to stitch together a pixel perfect, beautiful, elegant looking web page, we will need all these CSS properties to work with. And I'm sure all your concepts are getting clear. We are taking baby steps towards building professional pages, but I'm confident that in few episodes you will be there to start building professional pages. In today's episode, we'll learn one such important property, which is CSS visibility. This is part 16 of the series. If you have missed out on the previous episodes, I'll request you to kindly go through them so that you have continuity in your learning and you master CSS with me. Today we are learning about CSS visibility property. Visibility property helps us either hide or show the element. Okay, but you will ask me that in the last episode I showed you display none. That also does the same, but the difference being that whenever you say visibility hidden, it will still take up the space in the web page. Okay, take a moment to process it. Whenever we mention an element as visibility hidden, it will be hidden, but it will still take up the space in the page. I'll show you with hands-on, but understand visibility has two values, hidden and visible. Alright, keeping that in mind, let's start the now I'm going to use this example that we did in the last episode to show that. Alright, so for that I'll open the browser. Now first let me show you by moving this. Let me show you by taking the example of this container. Okay, and here I'm saying hide visibility, or let's just call it not visible. Okay, I'm adding a new class to this container, and here I'll write dot and I'll say visibility hidden. Okay, now I'll refresh the page and you see what happens. The element itself is hidden. The element is hidden, but it is still present here. It is not displayed to the user. That's why I said go back to this line, and it says but it still takes up space in the layout. That means I have made it hidden, but it is still there. It is occupying the space in the web page. Let me show you again by making it visible. Now I'll go back, refresh. It has come back because now it is visibility visible. Now I'll make it hidden. See, this element will go away, but it will occupy the space. Okay, but what happens if I don't do this? Instead, if we say display block, now see, it shows up perfect. So far so good. Now I'll make it display none. See, the space is also gone away. That means that's the most important difference between display and visible. Display will hide the element, oh my god, element as well as hide the space around the element. Hide the space of element. Okay, whereas visibility will hide element but still show the space of the element. That is the most important difference you have to understand for layouts. Okay, I'll show you a demo one more time. There is an element, and let's start with visibility. By default, let's show the element. It's this one, right, with element, and I'm going to throw a background color so you can clearly see the difference. Okay, you have the light blue color, so now you know this element is present. And what we will do, it's display block, so it is showing it. Now we'll make it display none. That is gone. The blue container is gone along with the space. Now we will make it visibility visible. That means show it in the page, which is what it is showing right now. And then now we are going to make it visibility hidden. It is gone, but that element is still here. The element is still here. That's why it has left the space. I hope now it's very clear to you the difference between display and visibility. Very important concept to understand, especially when you are designing complex layouts. Alright, in the next episode we are learning about position property. Very important. Again, all these topics that I'm covering now are extremely important, extremely critical for you to understand in order to start developing professional web pages. Okay, that being said, thank you so much for joining in this episode. I'll see you in the next one. We'll continue learning position property in CSS. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next episode.